Thank you. You may be seated, please. I now request our chief guest, Shri Harikumar sir, to kindly address the young gathering.
Thank you, Albert. Our young colleagues who assembled here, our well-renowned quiz master of today from Grey Cells, Mr. God, and my colleague Sridhar, Albert, and all those assembled here. I welcome all of you once again to this program. It is very encouraging and refreshing to see that a lot of young brains are assembled today in this auditorium. You are all here for a good quizzing competition, and just now you heard NTPC Geet. So as it is, the meaning of that NTPC Geet is that NTPC is here to light every house and every village. You may be knowing that is 1/5 of the bulb glowing in India is being lit by the energy produced by NTPC. Anybody knows NTPC? Anybody worked in NTPC or anybody's relatives working in NTPC? So NTPC is one of the prestigious organization, and it is into the generation of power. You may be knowing power is the source or triggering point for all industrial activities and even the normal life itself. If you can imagine, when there is no power, what will happen? Your mobile is not working, your TV is not working, your industries are not working. So the growth of any nation, what is most important is the energy requirement. That is, per capita energy consumption of the nation is considered as a criteria for measuring the development of a nation. So NTPC is into that business. We started with a small organization, as in the case of Anywhere, to meet the challenges of generating electricity for a growing India. Over a period of time, NTPC has become one of the largest power generating unit in the world itself. Of course, it's first in India. And NTPC develops not in generating electricity, but taking care of the people around it. You may be, that is, over a period of time, we started connecting to the people. You are the engineers, you are the management students. Tomorrow you may be coming to NTPC, and any organization can grow only if the employees or the persons or the stakeholders also grow along with it. So, by taking care of these aspects, NTPC has become one of the organizations which is almost every year topping at the top of the order as a best place to work and also as a best employer. So you are the young engineers, you can keep it in mind that NTPC is a best place to work when you are looking for a job in the future. Now, from around the 200 megawatt unit we started our journey. Now we are come to more than 55,000 megawatt and the largest in India. And it is very nice and encouraging to see such a lot of people are assembled here with young minds and for participating in this quiz. This Electron quiz NTPC is organizing for the last few years, and the response to this quiz was tremendous and increased from year to year. In this quizzing, we have seen that among the regions, the competition and the enthusiasm of the participant in Hyderabad region is much higher. And we are getting the prize in the national levels also from the persons or the students participating from this Hyderabad region. When you participate in quiz, it has two aspects. That is testing your knowledge. Of course, it is there. It goes to your memory. You read some books, you learn something from the books or the colleges or the newspaper. It registers in your mind. We can say it is a hard disk of your mind. The knowledge is stored there. But what is more important for any challengers, for participating in any competition, including a quiz, including an interview, is how fast you are able to retrieve this knowledge. Many of the times it happens now after the examination hall, we will think, okay, I know that answer, but I couldn't write. Or in the quiz also, you may remember that I know the answer, but I couldn't answer at the spot of the time. So what is more important in the quizzing is not only to have the knowledge, but also to have the ability to retrieve at the nick of the time. So it is your RAM, your hard disk and your RAM, and both are checked in the quiz. And last year also we have seen a very stiff competition among the various colleges in the Hyderabad, in and around. And there are 6 hot seats here. The preliminary round is going to be, we are going to do the preliminary right through a written test. Be careful, be focused, and answer the questions in a proper way. Let us see who are the 6 teams who are going to come over here. And I wish all the best for all the participants to come to the hot seats and also for the next round at New Delhi. Best wishes to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Friends, I think our chief guest has what he has said is what he meant is it's time for you to unlock your knowledge. That's the slogan of our NTPC Electron quiz. Today we have with us Mr. Gautam Bose, who heads Grey Cells, an award-winning knowledge services and events company, and he wears multiple caps and is a quiz master, and is also an occasional columnist and a panel moderator and a certified NLP expert and an entrepreneur to add. So the most serious role that he likes to project is he is a father. Wonderful man. Please give him a big cheer. So he has conducted quiz competitions in over 120 destinations the world over, covering 4 continents, and his events have been frequently broadcast on national television channels like NDTV, CNBC, Doordarshan, G Networks, and he has completed 18 years of quizzing, and thousands of events later, he still enjoys asking questions with same enthusiasm and passion of a teenager. Please give him a big hand once again. So I would request Mr. Gautam Bose to kindly come out to the dais and take it forward. Now over to Mr. Gautam Bose.
Thank you, sir. What I love about NTPC the most is, this is the only place I have repeated this, and I'm going to repeat it again. This is probably the only event where I get the opportunity of being called a teenager or having the enthusiasm of a teenager. How I wish either my wife or my daughter was here in any such events. They never believe I'm a teenager, but thank you so much, NTPC. There are 2 important things. Yes. So there are 2 very important things that I'm going to first convey to the audience. I can't see all of you because it's a gigantic hall. That's an understatement, actually. I've been told that 110 odd teams are participating in today's event. Please do understand, NTPC, otherwise all people who are working for NTPC, they otherwise have a very busy life. They have other important things to do. So why this quiz? Why Electron? As our chief guest was telling you, this is one avenue through which they try to reach out to the youth. So this is an outreach program, spreading the knowledge, unlocking the knowledge, as it were. So whatever arrangement that you see on stage, getting all the teams here, arranging this stage, is all kudos to them, and I believe they deserve a huge round of applause for that. Thank you, NTPC, all the volunteers, everybody who has been involved with this. Having got that out of the way, now the 2 important announcements that I was about to make. Very, very important. Announcement number 1. I'm going to crack a lot of jokes. Even if you don't understand them, please do pretend that you do and clap as and when you understand. So that is 1. Second thing is, and this is very serious, I've been told by reliable sources from Nirmala Sitharamanji's office, which is the finance ministry, that as of today's date, which is the 17th, there is absolutely no GST on clapping. So as and when you get a right answer, good answer, feel free to clap. Good. All of you understood both my points, which is incredible. And now to the more serious stuff, which is about the quiz itself. Regular quizzers would know the first round is a written affair, so I'll be conducting it, but the entire quiz is digitized, which means all questions would be visible on the screen behind me. I hope the screen is clearly visible. If not, please do let me know. We'll try and arrange something for you. And there are absolutely no negatives. Please write your answers only on the answer sheet that has been provided to you. Any anonymous answer sheet, of course, will be rejected. So please do fill in your answer sheets with all relevant details that has been sought for, like the name of your college, the names of both participating members. And where are my volunteers? If you can just raise your hand. Volunteers from NTPC. All right. Thank you very much. This is not a yoga session, ma'am. You need to stand up. All the volunteers, I need to see you. Can't see you from here. Where are all the volunteers? All right, now you people have a very important job. All of you can hear me, right? I suppose. You have a very important job. Work like an NSG commando right now. Spread around the auditorium. Take a careful look at all the teams who are going to write the preliminary test. Clear? And if you see anybody copying the answer, either Googling or, they have all kinds of ways. The mobile phones might be underneath their answer sheet. So take a very careful look, and in case you find any team doing that, ek jagah pe khade hoke nahi hoga. You need to roam around. Please do inform me. Any unfair means their cancellation will be cancelled without any further questions entertained. So this is a mind sport. Let's play it in the spirit of that sport. So ladies and gentlemen, here we begin. Let's have another round of applause before we start the Hyderabad edition of NTPC Electron 2019. All the best to all of you. First question coming up on the screen. Just let me know in case the screen is not clearly visible to all of you. First question, here we go. This is your first question, people. Talking about GSK Bank, which launched the world's first negative rate of mortgage, handing out loans to homeowners where the charge is a curious minus 5% a year. My question is, in which country is this bank headquartered? You just have to give me the name of the country. It's a curious little thing in the field of finance. Negative interest rate. Unfortunately, we don't have that in India as of now. In which country is the GSK Bank located? And just to tell you about the tiebreaker questions, question number 10 to 17. Those are the tiebreaker questions. Any teams who are tied for the final spot, teams answering more correct entries on those questions, they automatically qualify for the finals. Moving on to the next question, question number 2, here we go. What is the name of this miniature bull terrier who's the official mascot of Target Corporation? One word answer. I need you to give me the name of the miniature bull terrier. Is the screen visible to people who are seated at the back? Give me a yes or no. Moving to question number 3 now, coming up on the screen. Which widely used product is claimed to have been developed by Max Morgenthaler, who is a chemist or was a chemist working for Nestle? Very well-known product. And of course, widely used. Moving to question number 4 now. We are going to play out a video for you. This is a very unique product. The product itself is very popular in South India from the field of cuisine. Which food product company, which is based out of Bangalore, launched this innovative squeeze with ease packaging vada. Can we play out the video, please?
Invention. The spout that shapes batter into vadas with the hole. And that's it. Squeeze, shape, cut, fry. Handmade, but with no mess, no stress. Just delicious, crispy vadas.
You have to give me the name of the company. And since this is the name of the company, I need an exact answer. Even if you're close enough and it's not the exact answer, I am not going to give you any points. Moving on to question number 5. Once again, to the volunteers, you don't have to watch the questions. Please keep a close watch on the teams who are writing the answers. Moving on to the next question, question number 5. Is one of my favorite questions. NASA's Super Dash is a large, wide-bodied cargo aircraft that is used for hauling outsized cargo components. It was the worthy successor to the Pregnant Dash. Both the dashes mean the same. The first of its kind aircraft produced by Aerospace Lines, which in turn was named for its resemblance to a pregnant dash. All the dashes are the same. FITB, fill in the blank. Do teams require an additional clue? Anybody blocking the clue rather? Anybody blocking? Only one team blocking. You are by far outnumbered, so I'm going to use my discretion anyways. So the dash is the name of an animal. The word animal is being liberally used. Could be a land animal, could be an aquatic animal. What I'm saying is animal. Moving on now to question number 6. Oh, this is nice, can be worked out. Talking about PV Sindhu, the shuttler, when she came on board as the brand ambassador of Gatorade in 2017, she visited the GSSI, which is the Gatorade Sports Science Institute at Baltimore in US, where she underwent something known as a sweat test. The findings of the test were used to work on her hydration, training, and match day nutrition needs. My question is, which element is primarily measured in a sweat test? So which element am I talking about, which is one of the most important element which is measured, and thereby various calculations are made on a sweat test? Moving on to question number 7 now. Should be easy. With pollution climbing the political agenda, Collins Dictionary Word of the Year 2018 is an adjective that is applied to disposable plastic products. What is the word? There are absolute clues in the visual itself. And since this is the word of the year, again I need a very precise answer. Just explaining the concept wouldn't suffice. I need the exact word. Or a group of words. To clarify this, it's not a single word that I'm looking for, it's a group of words. Moving now to question number 8. Which actor formed this studio house and named it referring to the amount of cash that he had in his pocket after being released from the Canadian Football League? The production studio was called the $7 production because admittedly he had just $7 in his pocket when he founded this. Right now he's one of the most recognizable actors. The additional clue could be, most of us can't be sure about his acting skills though, but is one of the most recognizable names. So don't think about a Al Pacino or a Robert De Niro. Not very well known for his acting skills, but is one of the most recognizable names and indeed very famous. Moving now to question number 9 on screen, please. Wish Upon the Pleiades was an animation series produced by a Japanese company in which the lead protagonist comes across a group of magical girls whose duty is to search for fragments of spaceship belonging to an alien. My question is, which company whose former logo showed an arrangement similar to the Pleiades open star cluster? Should be easy to work out. Moving to the next question, question number 10, and the first of the tiebreaker question. Which Hyderabad-based IoT was recently awarded a patent to develop wearable devices which can raise safety alarm using gesture control technology? One of the hottest startups now in the field of IoT. Which startup am I talking about? Just to remind all the participating teams, this is the first of the tiebreaker question. Question number 10 through 17 are all tiebreaker questions. Good to go to the next one. Question number 11. Named after this French economist who created general equilibrium theory, which law states that existence of excess supply in one market must be matched by excess demand in another market so that it balances itself out? What a wonderful concept. So there is excess of demand in, let's say, Hyderabad, then there has to be an excess in supply in, let's say, Chennai, so that both can balance itself out. What is such a concept named, which is named upon the French economist whose picture is shown here in the question? Moving on to question number 12 now. The third tiebreaker question should be one of the easier ones. The word for these flowers derives via French and Latin from Greek, meaning earth apple. Now the question is, the name of these flowers also lends its name to a beverage. Which beverage? When I talk about beverage, it's not a packaged beverage. So don't think about the Coca-Colas or the Pepsis of the world. It's a beverage, but I'm looking for the name of the precise beverage, not the generic answer. I hope all of you have understood what I'm looking for in this question. Say, for instance, if the answer were to be cappuccino and you write instant coffee or only coffee, I'm not going to give you any points. So I need the more precise answer. Good to go to question number 13 now. Which digital news platform was co-founded by this Indian journalist recognized for her investigation into the Bofors scandal case? If you know her name, I'm sure you would know the name of her venture. Very famous journalist. Since the time she broke the Bofors scandal, we can move to the next question, question number 14. Which brand, which is a constituent of VF Corporation, inspired by the Jungle Book, has an iconic monkey mascot attached to each of its products, essentially its bags? One word answer, think about Jungle Book. Even if you're not aware of the answer, I'm sure you can arrive at the answer. Can these lights be turned down a little because participants are finding it difficult to spot the screen? Can these lights be made a little softer, dimmed? Whoever is taking care of that. We are going to stay on this question for a little longer, don't worry. जो भी ये lights देख रहे हैं इसको थोड़ा dim करना है. Is that better? Participants, is that better? Not better? I don't think we can do anything more than this. This has been completely dimmed now. We can't turn it off for a reason. Thank you, all the Einsteins. We are on shoot, so we cannot completely turn it down. Is that any better? All right. Which brand constituent of VF Corporation inspired by the Jungle Book has these monkeys, the iconic monkeys, as a mascot put on all its bags? I need the name of the company. Moving on, question 15 now. We don't need the red hues. To question 15. Oh, I love this question, one of my favorites actually. Opened in 02, Bavavet Dimashq is the largest restaurant in the world. My question is, in which unlikely country is it located? Please be mindful of the fact that I'm saying unlikely country. We generally would not think that this country has the largest restaurant in the world. Hence, unlikely. Moving to the next question now, question number 16. The Stitching Inga Foundation, started in 1982, is one of the largest charitable foundations in the world. It is one of the 7 international entities who support the UNHCR camp office in Bangladesh working for the Rohingya refugees. My question is, which very famous billionaire co-founded this charitable organization called the Stitching Inca? For first-time quizzers and non-regular quizzers, the clue to this question could be spellings don't matter, as long as you are close enough to the answer that I'm looking for. That's a clue, by the way. Moving on to question number 17, the last tiebreaker question. Which celebrity recently launched Via One, which is an ultra premium tequila that uses 100% blue Weber agave from both the highland and the lowland regions of Jalisco, which gives it the unique character and a distinctively smooth finish? Which celebrity? The clarification to this question is there might be multiple owners, so don't be cute by giving in the name of the other owner. There is only one celebrity, so I'm looking for the name of the visible face or the more popular face behind this brand. Very famous celebrity, has been in the news for a long time now. Moving on now to question number 18. In which organization's 226-year-old history did Stacey Cunningham become its first female president? I want you to give me the name of the organization. Be mindful of the fact that I'm using the word organization, as opposed to calling it a corporate house or an MNC. I have consciously used the word organization. Another clue to this could be, you could either give me the abbreviated name of the organization or the acronymated name. So both are acceptable. Moving to question number 19 now. On August this year, Frank Zapata crossed the English Channel at its shortest width in 22 minutes on a hydroflighting device that his brand created. Question is, which brand? The name of the brand these days has itself become a generic name. I'm sure all of you understand the concept of a generic name. Like we use the word Xerox in place of photocopying. Likewise, these devices are now a generic name which actually comes from the brand name. Moving on to question number 20. Again, one of the easier ones, just to give points to as many participating teams as possible. Which multi-diversified conglomerate in India owns all these brands? There is Sheer, there is Nama, there is La Opera, there is La Marche, so on and so forth. Which multi-diversified conglomerate? I'll read out the names. Nama, Sheer, spelled as S-H-E-E-R, La Marche, Keval, La Opera, so on and so forth. I've given you at least 6 names. Keval, La Marche, La Opera, Catch, TATV, Liquid, Nama, Sheer. I've given 90% at least. If not, you can come forward and take a peek. Yeah, one at a time. I'm going to keep this question for another couple of seconds. You need to go back now. Moving on to the next question. Question number 21. Which brand from Unilever is also sold as Algida in Italy, Langnese in Germany, Kibon in Brazil, Streets in Australia, and Ola in Netherlands? Which famous brand am I talking about? I'm looking for the brand under which it is sold in India. Ola in Netherlands, Streets in Australia, Kibon in Brazil, Langnese in Germany, and Algida in Italy. The brand. By brand, I mean both the brand and the sub-brand. Say, for example, if the answer is Bajaj Chetak, the scooter, and you write only Bajaj, that wouldn't suffice. I need both Bajaj and Chetak. Moving on to question number 22. With which Singaporean government-owned consultancy company did the Telangana government sign a MOU to prepare a roadmap for the Genome Valley 2.0 project? Should be one of the easier ones for localites, people who are from Hyderabad and adjoining regions. Singaporean government-owned consultancy company. Moving on now to question number 23. Talking about Leatrice Eichmann, who is an American executive who assists companies in their color choice in a range of areas including packaging, logos, and interior design. Question is, which company's Color Institute is she the executive director for? She is the executive director of the company's Color Institute. Which company am I talking about? For this one, you don't have to think out of the box. Think straight, think simple. There are clues, ample clues in the question itself. Moving on now to the penultimate question, which is question number 24, coming up on the screen. Shortly after Southwest started using the Just Plain Smart motto, Stevens Aviation, who had been using Plain Smart for their own motto, threatened a lawsuit. The then CEO of Southwest, Herb Keller, resolved the issue with Stevens. The clue to this could be, don't think about any typical business ways. They had a rather interesting way of solving this. Don't think of any business-related resolution. They did not merge, they did not change their logo, they did not change the slogan, none of that. Hence, I'm calling it unique, bizarre. And now on to the last question of the elims, question number 25. I'm going to play out a video. It's one of the best made ads in the last few years for sure. Which company launched this award-winning ad for its Gear VR? You have to give me the name of the company and watch this absolutely hilarious and wonderfully made ad. Please play. All right then, so ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, these were the 25 odd questions that I asked for the elims, but as per protocol, I'm going to run you through the entire set of questions, now in the reverse order and at the speed of Usain Bolt or Chandrayaan 2, whichever is faster. Once I'm done doing that, I won't entertain any further requests of going back to any question. In case you have left out anything, now is the time to take down the notation. So then, starting again in the reverse order, question number 25, I'm not going to play out the video for you. You have to give me the name of the company which has come out with this award-winning ad. Question number 24 was about feud going on between Just Plain Smart and Stevens Aviation. How did they resolve this feud? Question number 23 was about Leatrice Eisman. You have to give me the name of the company where she is the executive director. Question number 22 was about a Singaporean government-owned consultancy company which had a MOU signed with the Telangana government for the Genome Valley 2.0. Question number 21 was about the name of the brand as it is known in India. It is otherwise known as Algira in Italy, Langanese in Germany, Kibon in Germany, in Brazil, Streets in Australia, and Ola in Netherlands. Question number 20 is about the multi-diversified conglomerate in India which owns all these sub-brands. Question number 19 is about Frank Zapata, who crossed the English Channel at his narrowest mouth. Which brand is this? Question number 18 is about Stacey Cunningham, who became the first female president in the 226-year history of which organization? Question number 17 is about the celebrity who launched Via One, an exclusive tequila brand. Question number 16 was about Stitching Inca Foundation, and you had to give me the name of the multi-billionaire who started this philanthropic charitable organization. Question number 15 is about the Bhavan, Damascus, which is the largest restaurant in the world. In which unlikely country is it located? Question number 14 is about a brand which is a constituent of VF Corporation, who places its mascot, the monkey, on all its products. Question number 13 is about the famed journalist who broke the Bofo scandal. You have to give me the name of the media outlet that has been started by her. Question number 12 is about these flowers, and you had to give me its name, which also lends its name to a famous beverage. Question number 11 is about the French economist who lends his name to the concept wherein the law states that the excess of supply in one market must be matched by the excess in demand in another market so that it balances itself out. Question number 10 was about the Hyderabad-based IoT startup which recently was given a patent to develop wearable devices which can raise safety alarm using gesture control technology. Question number 9 was about Wish Upon a Palladium, and you had to give me the name of the company. Question number 8 was about $7 Production, which famous star celebrity owns this production company. Question number 7 was about the word of the year, Colin's Dictionary Word of the Year 2018, or a group of words is what I'm looking for. Question number 6 was about PV Sindhu and when she went to the Gatorade Sports Science Institute at Baltimore, US, where she underwent the sweat test. What element is primarily measured in the sweat test? Question number 5 is about NASA's Super Dash, which is all the dashes being the same. And the clue that I gave was I'm looking for the name of an animal. Animal, the term used liberally. It could mean a land animal, an animal which flies, or an aquatic animal, either of them. Question number 4 was about a video. Again, I'm not going to play out the video. Which food products company based out of Bangalore launched this innovative squeeze with ease packaging vada? Question number 3 was about a widely used product which has been claimed to have been developed by Max Morgantler, a chemist working for Nestle. Question number 2 was about the name of this miniature bull terrier who is the official mascot of Target Corporation. You have to give me its name. And before I go on to the last question, the first one in this sequence, may I request the volunteers to be in readiness to collect the answer sheets. And question number 1 was about the Jiske Bank launched the world's first negative interest rate of mortgage. You had to give me the name of the country in which this bank is headquartered. Once again, a reminder to all the people who have participated, please do not submit any anonymous answer sheets. Fill in the answer sheets with all relevant details that has been sought for, the name of your college, names of both the participating members. And now is when the real fun starts. Once we are done collecting the answer sheets, we are going to have an open house where any one of you present in the auditorium can guess the right answers. And we'll give we'll try at least to give a prize to each correct answer.